You're watching the Belize Vlog 2022.
Yes.
Adventure day one.
Adventure day one.
We almost missed it. Before we get in too far, let me just fill you in. So this video is about our 1 week trip to Belize and all the stuff we did. There's tons of cool things to see, and I feel like Belize is a little bit of a hidden gem. So watch this, check it out, get some ideas, and try and plan a trip for yourself. Make it happen, because it is, I think, worth it. I will put information in the description as to what we did, who we did it with, the resort, etc. And hopefully that'll help you plan your trip. For the better part of the trip, swimming with sharks was the highlight. It's just surreal. Like, there's just these massive creatures, and what they do is they throw a bunch of fish in there, and so then they all swarm up just like this, and you can actually float through them and they don't even bother you. And they're actually very spatially aware. Only one of them bumped into me, and it was very light, but so that was kind of cool. We swam around with those for a little while. There was also some stingrays floating around, and I missed it, but they brought it up to the surface, and then you could actually pet it and stuff. So that was cool. Got off the boat, we ate some really good food, and now we're wandering around.
There's
town.
a plane really close to the water there.
The old puddle skipper. Puddle jumper. But yeah, anyways, now we're just kind of wandering through the town. We've got to be back down to the other end of it to get picked up by our boat in a little while, and we seen there was coffee, so.
Obviously we stopped for coffee.
Of course we stopped for coffee.
And it rates on TripAdvisor's top 10% in the world, so.
They're big on TripAdvisor here.
We gotta stop by and see what the hype's about.
Yeah, and also they accept Bitcoin too. I didn't pay with Bitcoin, but it's cool that they accept it. I thought about it, but you know what? I'm about that cryptocurrency.
The trip so far. First day of adventure?
Yeah, this is
like, I could go home. Like, it was so action-packed.
It's pretty bomb. Like, we've been out on the boat. We got the video out there, but we didn't really film too much else, and I don't know, it was just cool. Like, we were just living it.
Yeah.
So that's probably how it'll be, more like updates here and there. But yeah, the water is amazing. It's cool because like I've only been to the California beach or like Oregon and Washington, and it's so cold. Like, we had to wear wetsuits when we went tried to surf in Oregon, or was it Washington? Washington. Yeah, and you needed a wetsuit. It was chilly. And then you come here and it's so warm. The ocean
water is warmer than the pool water.
Yeah. Very impressed by that. But yeah, the vibe down here, mean.
Locals are really nice.
Yeah, very nice people down here, so that's really cool too. Day 2.
Wing it day.
What did we do yesterday since we updated everybody?
Yesterday we went on the Scuba Snorkel tour, which was amazing.
Oh yeah, after we talked to you guys at the coffee shop, we went and seen a manatee.
Oh yeah. Out
in the bay.
And our tour guide believes that that's where the story of mermaids came from.
Yeah, actually very well thought out plan.
It really is.
If you think about it.
We can maybe give you the rundown on that. But today, last night, we went back, had an awesome dinner.
Way good dinner.
Slept like little babies.
And then we woke up, went for a nice morning run. We got some coffee, some food.
Yeah.
Now
we're winging it. We're gonna take the bikes into town, maybe.
Check out these bad boys, guys. A little less sporty than you might have seen us riding in the past, but
yeah.
All my mind intimacy is all I need from you tonight.
our haul. 69 Belize dollars.
We got all the necessary snacks.
We got a bunch of junk food.
Colorful marshmallows.
I need to eat this.
Ice cream.
We got a giga. Let's see. I broke open my cut again.
Sheesh.
Not good. Oh boy, she's melting.
Oh my gosh. Is it good?
Back on the cruise. We're heading back towards the beach. It's a little bit quieter over here. Tanisha's legs are tired. She's yelling. Oh, sketchy.
So bad.
Oh, wow.
Bad swoop. It's just me. And also
No,
all this is
I'm sweating. Look how glistening I
This
am.
coffee though, unmatched. Best coffee I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
Like equates to Washington coffee.
Oh, that Washington
that
coffee is good. Guys, this is at the place called The Farmhouse.
It's got all natural foods, homemade coffees, smoothies, ice creams.
People are very nice. This is just kind of like on the main street, I'm guessing. But
We just stumbled upon this area on our bike ride.
Yep.
Just exploring town. It's a good time.
yeah, so if you do come to Belize, we give this a thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up for The Farmhouse.
Yep. We were gonna crack open another coconut, as in Austin, and he still has that injured finger. He's just whacking on this thing, wailing it as hard as he can. Bust the finger open again, skin flap completely open.
Look, it's not even
Oh
bad.
my gosh, it doesn't look that bad now. He had blood dripping, oh my gosh, all the way down it. Don't let that drip on the floor.
Welcome to day 4, 3?
Sure, yeah.
I don't know. We're not sure.
Day Tuesday.
Yeah, whatever day that is, but we are on the 2nd day of excursions. Today we're going to do the Mayan temple tour
Lemony.
and go through the jungle on a boat. In the mosquitoes.
Some monkeys, crocodiles.
Crocs, alleys, a couple alligators. We got
the
an
whole
hour
crew.
and a half boat ride today. So everybody else is already in as usual. No surprise there. What's up?
Okay, vibe check.
You got the
little
coffee
more
from
hype
yesterday?
next time.
Well, I didn't realize. I didn't realize we were on.
You guys should be more hype anyways.
We're not used to
I didn't know we're back to like drill camp. So say it again, Austin.
Good morning, everybody. Are you ready
Oh my
for
God,
the
I'm
day?
so ready.
All right, way better
There
now.
we go. Assignment understood.
Camera's not even on.
Basically, we're gonna cruise down here, get on the catamaran,
Yeah, bigger boat.
way bigger boat, and then we'll continue all the way over to the mainland, I believe. We are in our express van, heading somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's been quite the experience so far. We got here and like we've seen a couple cars, the wheels are just cocked out like this.
Made a couple jokes about alignment issues.
Yeah, I made some jokes, and then when he went to start it, it didn't start at all. It just like clicked. Arrow, it didn't even click.
Chevy life.
Hey now. Yeah, there was a lot of Chevy comments, stuff like that. But we got out and we got a piece of rebar off the ground and gave her a couple good smacks.
Tap the starter.
Tap the starter, we're
Fired
going
right
now,
up.
so you know, all part of the adventure.
Speed limit 55.
55
55 kilometers.
plus 20.
30.
So after our hour and a half ride on the water taxi, we hopped in the express van for about another hour, and then we finally made it to this jungle river where we met up with another guide, and we took a 50-minute or so ride up this river to actually make it to the point where the ruins are. So basically right at the end of the dock, there's a big museum they have set up there, and they have a ton of like cool artifacts and stuff in it, all these little pieces of pottery and sculptures and stuff. It's crazy how much detail they have into all this. But then also there's a stela, which is like the key to the temples. It basically tells you who it was that was buried there. So that's kind of cool. So I definitely thought it was like a 5-mile hike through the jungle to get to this temple, but
Right off the lake.
yep, it's just right there. We went up like a flight of stairs.
Yeah, probably.
That's kind of cool though. I didn't realize there were so many here, like you were saying.
700 something.
Yeah. And they only excavate like the front of it to show it, and then the rest of it's all still buried.
Yeah, it makes you wonder how much is underneath it too.
Yeah. He said like 1% is probably excavated.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. Yeah.
The living God was buried in this area.
In this guy here?
Or in the presence of God shape.
So the crazy thing about these temples is, like we were saying earlier, I think, they basically just build over it and remodel it. This one's been remodeled like a whole bunch of times. So the faces that you see on the bottom were actually not even part of this renovation. Halfway uncovered it and then made a mold of it to protect it. So it's actually covered in fiberglass.
Yeah, so this wasn't even the most recent version of this temple. The most recent version had stairs that went over this face.
Yeah, so where that is,
the archaeologists were
covered.
discovering it. They ran into a difference right here when they were looking at the steps and trying to see where it went. And from there they were able to excavate out of there and learn that there was a different version behind the steps.
See how there's steps right there?
Oh!
That's one of the old ones. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little bit blown out by the time we actually got back to our resort. It was a lot of sitting between boats and other boats and cars and whatnot, but we did sign up to do it again. We signed up to do the ATM tour, which we have to go back through the water taxis and go back in the van for another hour, hour and a half, but it's well worth it.
What are we now, like 10 hours on boats?
We've spent a long time on boats.
Sorry. I know. Really? Probably. That's seriously Adam all the time.
Those people are not going to the
Look at this hype. I don't think you need energy. Look at you.
Oh, really?
Thriving.
Oh, yeah, no, not a lot. Yeah, it seems like that.
They couldn't do it. They wouldn't have the time.
Okay. Well,
Which I
it
shouldn't
looks like
even
it.
be complaining, I'm just tired.
Yeah. Day 2, huh?
Day 2, man.
Sweet.
The adventures continue.
We want to try to start it before we all get in? I got an oh shit handle. Fuck yeah.
Oh, and we got the vents up here that actually work.
Right. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be a roasty toasty the whole ride.
It was service yesterday.
So this ATM tour that I mentioned is really cool. It's an underground river that goes through the cave in the middle of the jungle, and the Mayans went to it and they used it for sacrifices. They felt like the farther they got into the cave, the more beneficial it was for their sacrifice. They sacrificed humans, they sacrificed all ages of males, so infants, adolescents, and adults, and there's actual skeletons in there. And then they also sacrificed like their nicest pots, and they sacrificed food and other things in hopes of pleasing their gods. But so besides that stuff, it's a super cool cave, and unfortunately you can't take cameras in there because somebody stepped on a skull while they were trying to video something, apparently back in the day. But yeah, very impressive setup. And if you're ever in Belize, definitely check it out. Like, they say that it's like a world-class tour, and I think it really is. Like, you have to swim through that river, and you're just underground. It's like an underground slot canyon for one section of it, so really cool. Unfortunately, after we got back from the ATM tour, we had to wake up early and jump back on a plane to go back home the next day. So that was a little bit of a bummer because we did meet some Canadian friends at our resort, and we had a lot of fun hanging out with them on that last night. But yeah, we just jumped on the plane, a whole day of plane rides back to the U.S., and that's gonna be it for the trip. But anyways, if you guys made it this far, I appreciate it. I'm glad that you're interested in it, and I hope that you make a trip down to Belize because it is super cool. But for now, peace out, Belize.